I'm Scott Brown, running for the United States Senate. As a Lieutenant Colonel in the Army National Guard, I understand the importance of keeping America safe. Some people believe our Constitution exists to grant rights to terrorists who want to harm us. I disagree. Our laws are meant to protect this nation, not our enemies. As your Senator, I will never compromise our nation's security. I'm Scott Brown. I approve this message, and I'm asking for your vote on January 19th, because these are challenging times, and we must never let our guard down.
Hi, my name is Eric Weston. I'm supporting Scott Brown for the Senate race. I'm tired of the same old politics in Boston. I think it's time for a change. I think we need someone like Scott Brown to come in there and vote against the health care bill that's trying to be passed through the Senate right now.
I'm supporting Scott Brown because I believe, first and foremost, that too much government is a problem right now. This state is far too liberal. There's no bipartisanship.
Guys out for change, trying to do something better in society, that we always like to try to support that.
I'm supporting Scott because he stands for the principles that I think are in our Constitution. The opposition in the state seems to be totally wound up with machine politics.
You know, Martha Coakley is just a rubber stamp for the whole Democratic Party, and Scott Brown represents a good chance for us to trust and balance the federal government.
I'm from Reading, Massachusetts. I'm a young person, but I really believe in everything that Scott stands for, his values, his morals, his integrity, and his commitment to the people. So I fully support him.
My name is Rick Brown. I'm the president of the Massachusetts State Police Association, and we are here today to speak on behalf of endorsing Scott Brown for senator. On behalf of the 2,000 members of the State Police Association, I would like to say Scott Brown has been an advocate for public safety in the state of Massachusetts for many, many years. He has also been a big supporter of the state police for many, many years.
This is a critical time in Massachusetts and for America, and we cannot let our guard down. As a Lieutenant Colonel and 30-year member of the Massachusetts Army National Guard, I've witnessed the many sacrifices made by patriotic Americans who protect and defend our freedoms. I believe in a strong law enforcement body, in a military that will protect our interests and security around the world.
The reason that SPAM is supporting Scott Brown and myself and my entire family are supporting Scott is that Scott's been behind public safety for his entire career. We feel that Scott is the entire package. He's the guy for us.
How you
doing? Todd Glidden.
Bobby Hearn. I know who you are, Bobby. Thank you. Good to see you.
All right. My name is Beth Lindstrom, and I'm the campaign manager for Scott Brown for U.S. Senate. I've worked in politics quite a few years, and I have never seen anything like this. The energy is incredible. The amount of people coming out, the amount of people coming by, bringing in donations, wanting to make phone calls, calling from around the country saying, how can we help Scott Brown, is just truly amazing.
Phones are nuts. We're getting calls from all over the country. People want to donate money. They want to call from home.
Got a phone call today from a Democrat who was voting for Martha Coakley, and they said, after seeing that attack ad, if she can't tell the truth on the commercial, obviously those facts weren't accurate, what's she going to do for us in Washington? So now he's voting for Scott.
I definitely support Scott Brown. He would be an independent Boy Scout in Washington. He's a great family man, a friend, a guy I trust 100%.
We've got hundreds of volunteers coming in. It's been, 300 or 400 people every single day making tens of thousands of phone calls. It's been unbelievable. I mean, going from one office 3 months ago to offices all across the state, people helping us all over the place. It's my first rodeo, and I'm loving every single minute of it.
Don't have any more crates, do you?
I don't. I can get you some for tomorrow.
We're gonna need it.
My daughter Ayla brought it back. She said, Steve Sweeney wants you to win, Dad. He gave you a very important contribution, and it was $1.
I gave him the dollar as a symbolic gesture. Later on, I'm going to contribute the limit, which is $20, I think. The one thing I know about him, he's a straight shooter. He's in the National Guard. He served his country. I respect that. His daughter's beautiful. She's a great singer. His wife's great. Couldn't ask for a better senator.
Thank you, Steve. It means a lot. Good. Okay, we're going to, after the election, we'd love to have a fundraiser. Just a fun time. Excuse me, it's not going to be the Senate bill. As you know, it's in conference committee now. It's going to come out, the bill is going to be a compromise, and bottom line is, regardless of what version comes out, this bill is not good for Massachusetts. It's going to cost us jobs. It's going to cost us very real jobs at a time when we cannot afford it.
Mr. Brown, let me ask you this question. It's on a lot of people's minds. You've said you're for health care reform, just not this bill. Right. We know from the Clinton experience that if this bill fails, it could well be another 15 years before we see health care reform efforts again in Washington. Are you willing, under those circumstances, to say, I'm going to be the person? I'm going to sit in Teddy Kennedy's seat, and I'm going to be the person who's going to block it for another 15 years.
Well, with all due respect, it's not the Kennedy seat, and it's not the Democrat seat. It's the people's seat. And they have a chance to send somebody down there who's going to be an independent voter and an independent thinker and going to look out for the best interests of the people of Massachusetts. And the way that this bill's configured, I'd like to send them back to the drawing board, because I believe people should have insurance, not just this particular bill, because it's not good for the entire country. You're talking about an additional $1 trillion of costs, $500 billion of Medicare cuts. Military people, if you're veterans, you're going to have cuts in TRICARE, and it's not good. We need to go back to the drawing board. Nobody has confidence in this bill right now.
All right, let me ask this. I'm going to be the person. I'm going to sit in Teddy Kennedy's seat, and I'm going to be the person who's going to block it for another 15 years.
Well, with all due respect, it's not the Kennedy seat, and it's not the Democrat seat. It's the people's seat.
Senator Brown, good to have you. These numbers look good. I know your team, you have not been getting overconfident about them, but many are saying that your health care pitch is what's resonating, that people are alarmed about what's happening. What say you?
Well, I think it's one of the issues, obviously, that's affecting this race. You look at health care, and they're going to cut $500 billion from Medicare. They're looking in Massachusetts. We already have insurance. We have 98% of our people insured. So why would we, in fact, cut Medicare $500 billion, have longer lines, lesser coverage, subsidize other states? It makes no sense. It's not good for Massachusetts, and the backroom deals are certainly not good for the country, and people have lost faith in the actual process. There's no transparency, and it's one of the issues, in addition to security, homeland security, and also foreign policy, that are resonating with the residents of Massachusetts.
On Tuesday, Massachusetts can send Washington a message. It's time to end the madness. We need jobs now, not a Congress hell-bent on bankrupting America. And we need a senator who listens, who can put the brakes on this madness. By voting for Scott Brown, we can end the bailouts, broken promises, and all the backroom deals behind closed doors. Enough is enough. Paid for by the National Republican Trust PAC, which is responsible for the content of this message.